morning.
much, man. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm Zaccai Curtis. I play piano for WAITIKI, and was introduced to this music by my good friend Randy Wong, which I went to college with at New England Conservatory. Him and Abe Lagrimas were really good friends of mine, and they introduced me into exotica. And at the time I didn't know what it was, but I knew I liked it. He played me some recordings, and we actually played some of the music together. We had some tunes, some charts going, and recently Randy called me and wanted me to join the WAITIKI 7 and also do a recording. And of course I jumped at the opportunity. The music's great. He played some of it for me. I heard the last couple of albums that they did, and I love those albums. Big fan of the group. I just want to talk a little bit about one of the songs, one of my favorite tunes on the album. It's Adventures in Paradise, also the title track. And it's very interesting because at first it seems very simplistic, harmonically, rhythmically, but the vibe is intense in that song, in the new CD. And I love that song from when I first heard it. So even when there's a chance that Randy gives me to improvise on the song, it was so melodic, trying to create, it was almost like another melody on that. And to me, that kind of is you know, what exotica is about. I'm just going to talk a little bit about a piece that I wrote, Craving, and I wrote it for this band in particular, for this recording, and I asked Randy, before I wrote it, I asked him if I could write a tune for the band. He was like, yeah, write one. And so I had to think about it, because it was a challenge on how to write something that wasn't necessarily something that I would be comfortable with doing normally, but it couldn't really be played with another band. You know, something that was specifically for exotica music, specifically for WAITIKI. And I had a bunch of sounds in my head that I wanted to get out. And one of the interesting things about the tune is that at one point I try to break it out orchestrate it into it's almost like a vocal section. You know, I can hear voices on it, and I noticed that in a lot of exotica music, sometimes the music will do that. Like it'll be grooving, and it's like a quartet playing or a quintet playing, and then all of a sudden there's like a large amount of instruments playing at one time. Not necessarily loud, but it's orchestrated large, and then it'll go back to a small orchestration. And the orchestrations change a lot. And so I thought that would be cool to have in one of my songs.